I'm not shitting you. This is in my critical reading textbook. I don't know if you can see the title. Let's see if I can. There we go. I think I can see it. Developing critical reading skills. It's this was part of my homework doing uh, assignments like these based on text passages. But one which I'm about to read to you. Here it goes. The fact that people are being prosecuted and imprisoned for using marijuana while alcohol remains a staple commodity is surely the reductio ad absurdum. I still can't figure out if I'm pronouncing that correctly or incorrectly. Of any notion that our drug laws are designed to keep people from harming themselves or others. Alcohol is by any measure the more dangerous substance. It has no approved medical use, and its lethal dose is rather easily achieved. Its role in causing automobile accidents is beyond dispute. The manner in which alcohol relieves people of their inhibitions contributes to human violence, personal injury, unplanned pregnancy, and the spread of sexual disease. Alcohol is also well known to be addictive. When consumed in large quantities over many years, it can lead to devastating neurological impairments, to cirrhosis of the liver, and to death. In the United States alone, more than 100,000 people annually die from its use. It is also more toxic to a developing fetus than any other drug of abuse. Indeed, crack babies appear to have been really suffering from fetal alcohol syndrome. None of these changes can be leveled at marijuana. None of these charges can be leveled at marijuana. As a drug, marijuana is nearly unique in having several medical applications and no known lethal dosage. When adverse reactions to drugs like aspirin and ibuprofen account for an estimated 7,600 deaths and 76,000 hospitalizations each year in the United States alone, marijuana kills no one. Its role as a gateway drug now seems less plausible than ever, and it was never plausible to begin with. In fact, nearly everything human beings do, driving cars, flying planes, hitting golf balls, is more dangerous than smoking marijuana in the privacy of one's own home. Anyone who would seriously attempt to argue that marijuana is worthy of prohibition because of the risk it poses to human beings will find that the powers of the human brain are simply insufficient for the job. Now, usually we would have to do some assignments on this for our homework. However, this is the sole exception to that, because nowhere in my homework could I find any sort of assignment taken from the book, or even inferred from the book, that would relate to this passage. Now, maybe my teacher was doing that to avoid some sort of controversy, but that's exactly what the classrooms are for. It's just a place where open discussion should be held, and banning something like this, or simply just taking it out, it does a lot more harm. But I will read to you what she decided to put in its place. It's another passage from the book, and it goes as follows. So many disturbing traits, once you look into them with a somewhat morbid curiosity. I began prowling around the university science library, an airy new building with gestures towards native constructive materials, a self-conscious sensitivity to the surrounding net redwoods. Yeah, I'm a really good reader, aren't I? This is a really hard one, though. And the rational and antiseptic calm of too many quantitative minds padding silently down well-carpeted corridors. A few tidbits. Sharks are the world's only known intrauterine cannibals. Damn. Big, complex word. As eggs hatch within a uterus, the unborn young fight and devour each other until one well-adapted predator emerges. Now, that is pretty damn awesome. If the womb is a battleground, what then? The sea. Also, without the gas-filled bladders that float over other fish, sharks, if they stop swimming, sink. This explains their tendency to lurk along the bottom like 21-foot 4,600-pound benthic landmines with 100-year lifespans. Hard skin bursting with tiny teeth sheathes their flexible cartilage skeletons. No bone at all. Conical snouts, black eyes without visible pupils, black-tipped pectoral fins, tearing out and constantly being replaced. Their serrated fangs have as many as 28 stacked spares. A bite meter embedded in a slab of meat once measured a dusky shark's bite at 18 tons per square inch. And all the following have been found in shark bellies: a goat, a tomcat, 3 birds, a raincoat, overcoats, a car license plate, y'all saw Jaws, grass, tin cans, a cow's head, shoes, leggings, buttons, belts, hens, roosters, a nearly whole reindeer, even a headless human in a full suit of armor. Swimming with their mouths open, great whites are indiscriminate recyclers of the organic. My sensitive disposition, loving family, and affection for life, my decent pickup, room full of books, preoccupation with chocolate in the afternoon, and tendency to take things too personally, all immaterial to my status as protein. And that's not doing it for me. It's just not very interesting, really. I know we all had a kind of a bit of a chuckle at that license plate mention. Well, you wouldn't understand if you didn't see Jaws. But yeah, it's not really as good as the first passage about alcohol and marijuana. It's not as informative or entertaining, really. This one starts weakly and gets a little bit stronger, then just finishes with a bang. This, the first one, starts out strong and finishes huge. This is, I guess, it's mind-boggling. Yeah, that's the word. That's the word, or words. And that's what I'd like to share with you today. Bye.